Yeah, we just pulled in. Uh-huh, filled in.
Meditate and get the dog. You think the wrong time to feed on.
How you doing, fellas? How you doing? Good, good. Everyone's nice and excited. They don't look so nervous. Everyone's happy. Good, good, good. You all had your breakfast, I hope. Hard training this morning, boys. Hey, buddy, how are ya? Alrighty, guys. Long speeches aren't my thing, so I'm going to keep this brief. This is going to be 6 weeks with no interruptions.
No, you see my text, baby. Please say something. By the glass, your man a cheapskate, huh? Gotta move on my release day, huh? This is fame, not clout. I don't even know what that's about. Watch your mouth. Baby got an ego twice the size of the crib. I can never tell it. It is what it is. But said what I had to and did what I did. Never turn my back on FBG, God forbid. Virgil got the paddock on my wrist, doing front flips, giving you my number, but don't hit me on no gun. Working on the weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Caught me slipping once, okay, so what? Someone hit your block up, I tell you if it was us. Man, a house in Rosewood, it too plush.
It's cool, man. Got red bottoms on. Life is good.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Rich Eisen. And it's that time of the year. You can feel it in the air. The start of a new NFL cycle as we get into the offseason.
Look, I played the game, I missed the shot. I had the answer, then forgot. I knew one day my pop finesse, finite, flex, and I fell out and cut the check. Monopolize the set, but I been taking hits like I can die like any Born on the day, the dawn of the dead day. I don't see nothing but red. They gather the blankets and milk and the bread. I come from the east and I'm traveling west. Got a machete, I chop it, the nigga, the serpent, determined, the plot and the threats. It ain't no stopping and run, popping son of God, dropping anybody who next. I want a mansion, I got a million advances. I'm gonna stay in Atlanta. Most of them move to LA and throw all of their money away and move back with their parents. I see the canvas, I got the
Brandon, hey, Jordan, right? We met last week.
Hey, Jordan. Everyone's talking about you and your client. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. Listen, I know you're busy, but could you give me some intel on how you feel he's doing?
Still in the early phases of development. We just got to rewire his system a little bit.
Hey, so listen.
Second week of training here at Nike is in the books, and my man is putting in some extra work on his own because that is how you stay a household name. Speaking of which, since we got the exclusive invite to come out to Beaverton, we've been spending so much time on and off the field with NFL greats. We're talking...
Super Bowl, back to back, we gon' finish it. Grab the trophy, we go ahead and sit with it. I remember we came up from nothing, so now we gon' turn up for something. We here for the win, we ain't bluffing. They hand me the ball like I'm rushing. I gotta work a little smarter, I gotta go a little harder. I gotta ball like a Pro Bowl starter. They cold, put them in the coffin. We got them all on the team when we off. I'm told them they can't be like us, we ballin'. We on the spaceship and we gone for real. All of my teammates, they know the deal. Yeah, my heart in the game for real. Hit the ball, but this ain't no drill. New whip with some real big wheels. Oh, you mad, or this how you feel? Got the whole damn lead tryna...
All right, so let's get to the interesting part. Somehow, there isn't any footage of this mythical football game that supposedly took place at Nike HQ. But there are whispers that a certain player from LSU looked like an absolute star among an exceptional group of pros. And by pros, I mean all...
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready.
If you haven't heard the name Jordan Wright yet, believe...
The eyes of the college football world have descended upon this grand palace, the Superdome in New Orleans. Tonight, it's the second of our two semifinal matchups in the college football playoffs, as we'll see the Oregon Ducks taking on the LSU Tigers. And for the right to play in next Monday's national championship game in Miami, we are underway here in New Orleans. From the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Ducks come up now, 1st and 10. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through, but that's exactly...
Puts it on the carpet, it's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Barrett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A big play there. 53 yards. And LSU has taken the early lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good to make it 7-0. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Barrett will look to pass it. And he loses the football a second time. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it up. Now a hit and a loose football. It's going the other way. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And LSU adds on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Oregon offense on the field ready for their next possession. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
21-0 our score after one. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw Barrett. That is caught by Anderson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. On 2nd and a couple. Barrett looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Barrett. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Now Thomas. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Well, if you try to dissect what has been the formula for this team to arrive here in the semifinal, Charles, big plays, that's one of the key reasons, and they get one there from their All-American wideout.
And we've seen him do this time and time again this year. Whenever they call his number, you know it's got a chance to break big and bad for the defense. And this is just incredible athleticism as it winds up at 6 points. What a play.
After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. It's a squib kick picked up near the 25. The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Barrett on play action. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Barrett throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
But I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Thomas will look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there just before halftime. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Flush to his right. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The LSU offense already up and at the line. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more...
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Yeah, he will take this in. Touchdown, LSU. A great play there. 82 yards. And the Tigers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it is 42-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Pulls it in at the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Pulls it in at the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And it's a touchdown. Calvin Brooks. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Tigers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken from about the 12. Now a hit and a loose football. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Pulls it in at the 13.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the defense. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown.
Preston Jacobs. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Tigers just continue to roll.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
On 2nd and 10.
Barrett, and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 30.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Thomas. And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Tigers use the short field to get in for 6.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away.
A fairly short kick.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Tigers have got it on cruise control. Well, he had 16 touchdown catches in the regular season, and he comes up with one here in the national semifinal.
Brandon, is the word unguardable or the phrase unguardable something that I can use? Well, guess what? I'm going to use it anyway because, to me, that's what he's been all season long. Absolutely tore up his conference, just destroyed it. So no reason for that to change here on the big stage.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away.
Taken from about the 12.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catch.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Tigers are pouring it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Now Barrett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Three quarters have come and gone. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 33. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And what a big-time play there. Well, that didn't take long, one play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Tigers extend their lead yet again. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Barrett over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cameron, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Throwing on first down. Williamson escaping the pressure right. And he's got his favorite target. Out of bounds right at midfield. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the move to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. Mason Thibodeau there to make the grab. And the Tigers just continue to roll. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away.
Taken from about the...
Now a hit and a loose football. It's going the other way. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
A fairly short kick from the foot.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the defense. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's
under pressure, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Barrett, this one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Tigers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Out to his left. Not much there, only a yard. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Williamson flushed out right. And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A great play there. there to make the grab. So led by a collective team effort.
Well, we're now just a few days away from the College Football Playoff Championship game, where one of the nation's top wide receivers will take the field one last time in an LSU Tigers uniform. Now, there's no question his career speaks for itself, but you can bet that NFL scouts, coaches, and players will be tuning in to see how he performs when the lights shine brightest. And believe me, he knows as well as anybody, this is the last chance to not only add to his legacy, but further solidify his place as a top pick in the NFL draft.
Well, some of the biggest stars of the college football world will be on display tonight as we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight we play for the College Football Playoffs National Championship as it'll be the Clemson Tigers taking on the LSU Tigers. Set for football now in South Florida. Strap in, folks. It's going to be a good one. And we are underway in the national championship game. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. First and 10, LSU. Throwing to start the drive. Williamson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
What's up, man?
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Second and 10. From the gun, Williamson going for it all. And that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. So two incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. And he will take this in. Touchdown, LSU. A great effort there. 28 yards. And LSU has taken the early lead. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defense.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured.
And right away, he lost the football. It's going the other way. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense, I thought may go the distance, to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them.
Yeah, he will take this in. Touchdown, LSU. A great play there with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And LSU adds on to their advantage. They'll try and throw for it. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Clemson Tiger offense have to specify that. They're set for their next drive. Now it's Taylor. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On third down, Taylor. And that is incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
The Clemson punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fielded at the 20. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengal Tiger offense, if we differentiate them, they are set for their next drive. Rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he will take this in. Touchdown, LSU. A big play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And LSU adds on to their advantage. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Very short kick. This now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the defense. Touchdown! Kelvin Brooks. 36 yards. And LSU adds on to their advantage. First quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over it.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. LSU with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Williamson going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. It's an LSU touchdown. A great effort there. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And the Tigers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, the LSU Tigers kick team out there to send this one away. Taken from about the 12. Now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he will have a touchdown. Preston Jacobs. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Tigers have got it on cruise control. A try here for the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Clemson offense back out there ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now, first down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He's got it to Ingram, complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
The Clemson punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll return it from the 6. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. LSU offense already up and at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Back to throw. Williamson steps away. Now he'll throw deep left side. And got his man complete.